Coffee with Andy and Tracy. I didn't get that on video, guys. You should have seen the abuse I just got. She yanked her ear hair out. It's Sunday.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Wow, Avery, you were conceived on Super Bowl Sunday.
Somebody needs to tell Avery about this video just for that. I was going to say it, but I didn't. And she threw it out there.
Why?
Not everybody knows.
Why is it now going to rain? Why?
Not everybody knows the day they were conceived. Avery, now you do. What makes it better was... Come on.
What? No.
Come on.
I think my poor parents were in this next room, and my dad.
Both.
Both, maybe. Okay.
Woo!
Oh, gross.
Anyway, we're in Daytona.
Beautiful sunny Daytona. Oh, it's sunny over there. That's why I can't see. Like squinting from the white light.
And we're riding out a gale. Gale winds. Does not represent a gale in any way, shape, or form.
Well...
No! Stop! So, gale force winds mean winds over 35 knots. And we left Lower St. Augustine, Fort Matanzas yesterday morning. And then this storm system kind of cropped up. So we found the best anchorage we could. We could have paid like $70-80 a night to go to the marina right behind us, but that's not our stop.
But I'd rather waste a day of my life sitting on the boat because we can't go anywhere.
I asked if you wanted to go, and you said no.
Well, like the reason was because all I can picture is that marina at Whitaker Point, which was not okay. So you just don't know what a marina looks like in a storm. Like,
yeah, that was traumatizing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm a little traumatized.
That was a pier marina. It didn't have floating docks, and you had to set up your fenders sideways with fender boards as well. And there were boats that were rocking so high that their props were completely out of the water. Smashed a bunch of stuff. I learned a lot of
Physics that day?
Physics, boat handling, and other things that day. So, let's see. I say so a lot. I'm going to cut that out. We're riding out this gale warning, these gale force winds. We set up for it last night. And the only complaint that people had about this anchorage was the smell when the winds were from the west, from the sewage treatment plant, which is right there. But it hasn't smelled at all.
Shouldn't smell.
It shouldn't smell. You want to go dig marbles out?
Maybe. Mike asked me that when we pulled in.
The story is, the OG pirate Papa used to work in
Wastewater equipment and control.
Wastewater equipment control. And he would bring Tracy to work, and they would, wastewater, when they aerate and get all the bacteria to do their work to clean the water, the solids drop out. And they have to dig the solids out and put them out to dry, and then they can use them for other things, landfill, and driveways and other things. So Tracy used to go to work with him, and for fun she would go dig the marbles out of the driveway.
Because apparently kids like to flush marbles. I mean, what? Like, it's so random. Now as an adult you're like, why were there so many marbles in the sludge? But apparently kids like to flush marbles. I don't know. It's like hunting shark's teeth.
It all started with digging through sewage. Treated sewage. Oh, the places you'll go, sweetie.
Yeah.
Oh, the places you'll go.
So we're looking at Daytona. It's pretty.
It is pretty. It's not a very... we do have a dinghy dock right over here behind us. I'm going to run the kids and Tracy to shore a little while and let them go to the Asian market, which is the name of the place.
So it's got to be good, right?
The name of it is Asian Market.
Asian Market. Like it even says it on the sign on the front of the building. Asian Market.
Those are sometimes the best ones. But I was going to tell you a story. I did one video. I'm not sure if I published it yet. I think it's the only time we've ever drug anchor. Because we've got some good ground tackle on this boat, and it's held us really, really well so far. Knock on wood. The night before, we had a boat that wanted to be a snuggle boat that drug pretty close to us. And I watched it through a tide change, and I watched it that morning, and they kept getting closer and closer. And I did a snuggle boat video and put it on YouTube. That's one of our snuggle boats. The other one was Fernandina. The original, the OG snuggle boat was the one in Oriental that blew up on us in the middle of the night.
He didn't snuggle.
He was snuggling. That was Bam Bam.
I think
right?
they call that rape. But okay.
The Spider-Man heroes from the darkness. We can be positive about it. Do whatever, say whatever we want. We're at Fort Matanzas. We knew it was going to rain that day, and we got to the boat. We're having dinner, and all these thunderstorms are right above us. And we're watching the lightning tracker, and there's hundreds of strikes right above us. We're kind of high-fiving, going, "It's above us. We're going to get missed." Then the upper level wind shifted, and it all whipped around behind us in like 5 minutes. And Tracy says, "Hey guys, we need to get inside pretty quick. Let's clear the table. Come on." We're handing stuff on the table. We get hit with a wall of wind, and it threw us. It drug our anchor. It reset itself
Harshly.
But it did everything it should. The boat in front of us drug anchor and reset where we were. And when we were setting up for this storm day in Daytona, I'm playing with the settings on Array Marine, and I pulled up something to put on the screen, maximum true wind speed, and threw it up there. I believe, and I'd said at the time,
Well, it's like there's like a history and then a current or something like historically.
there's true wind speed and historical wind speed, and I'd said to some friends, I thought we got hit with some 60 knot winds, and they were like, yeah, whatever. I pulled up maximum true wind speed that we've been through, and it's 77.8 knots, which for you landlubbers, that's 89.503 miles per hour. So the fact that we drug maybe 150, 200 feet
Probably.
in a 90 mile an hour straight line wind, the tide was pushing us the same way. The wind hit us for about, 2 minutes?
Probably.
I'm really proud with the way everybody handled themselves, the way the boat performed. I mean, as soon as it's happening, Tracy's at the helm. We got the engine started. We're not full bore, but we're about 1,500 RPMs, getting the weight off our ground tackle, because it jerked us pretty good, and that was pretty cool. We've been playing Mancala the last couple of days, and Nick is this savant.
Like you knew.
Who knew?
He just doesn't have a good poker face, so you can kind of figure out when he's got something up his sleeve. You're
It's like playing poker with a dog. It's got the tail. It's going wag, 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 and his eyes cut
like
into
he
it.
sees something on the board. If I do this, he sees something. Oh wait, I see it. Okay.
And he'll start twitching. Wag, 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 and you go to move something, and the tail slows down.
And he'll be like,
Oh, man. Camden's pretty good at Mancala. Tracy and I are swapping strategies right now, and I think we've played
just
through.
getting my butt kicked is what's happening here.
There are some games that your brain just doesn't work through, and I think that sometimes she gets a block on and can't see. It's like playing.
Well, I either protect or I attack. I don't do good with, like, if I do this, then he could, like, I just see what's,
You see the sea.
yeah,
It's like playing Quarto with Michael
Yeah.
in Charleston.
quattro.
Quattro.
Okay.
Quarto.
Quattro. Oh, I don't freaking know.
I can't win on that game to save my life. We can play 30 games. I might win one. And it's an accident.
And he doesn't even realize he won it when he won it.
And Camden's pretty good at it. We haven't gotten any of the other boys to really play yet. We're still heading south. We had a pretty good travel day yesterday. We've had some really fun days at Fort Matanzas and walking around on the beach there. And that was one of the places that Riley first wanted to bring his brothers. So we kind of honored that. We spent a few days there looking for shark's teeth, and Tracy found one shark's teeth.
Which tells me they're out there.
But
and it was like as we were leaving the beach, there was one.
I thought
It was just sitting in a puddle.
we were screwed. Like,
Turn around, go back.
we are going to go all...
Well, if that storm didn't come back, we would have gone back at low tide.
True. And luckily we had tickets to go out to the fort that necessitated us continuing on. I had that in my back pocket. We kind of have this acreage to ourselves. I think there's one other boat here that has people on it. Other than that, it's derelicts.
Derelicts in the remains of the last storm where they're all on the bank in front of us. It's kind of...
I think there are 13 boats.
Yeah, it's a little disconcerting. It's
Sunk
like,
or washed
oh, does
ashore.
that speak to the holding in this area? Like,
It's holding great.
it is so far.
But Super Bowl Sunday, we may try to go ashore. The Small Craft Advisory and the Gale Advisory goes off at like 7 or 8 tonight. So we might be able to go ashore and watch the Super Bowl. If not, we'll watch it here. We'll make up some yummy food. I know you made up some collard greens for tonight. And we've got to do those deviled egg jalapeno popper things.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to do that, but maybe.
Maybe.
Can you do deviled eggs with liquid egg product? Asking for a friend.
We're a little giddy.
Can you make deviled eggs with egg beaters?
The coffee might be a
You
little...
may and may not be.
The coffee may be loaded this morning. We're not loaded.
Nick wants to go surfing.
The wind's blowing the wrong direction. About every 5 minutes, he's like, "Hey, Mom,
Are we going to go to the beach?
we're going to the beach.
Can we go to the beach today?
Can we go to the beach today? Beach is over there, right?
No, beach is over there.
No, the beach is that way. We need to just let him strike out on his own one day.
No. We'd never find him again.
We could put a tracking device on him, like an air tag.
Put a low jack.
Swallow this air tag, kid.
An apple air tag. You know he wouldn't put that in his mouth. He won't eat anything that's weird.
Well, I mean, he'd lose it if we,
Right?
unless we stapled it to him or something.
Hot glue it to his rear end.
Oh no! I could epoxy it inside of his surfboard.
Ooh.
Ooh, there's a thing.
It'd mess up with the aerodynamics of his surfing though.
No, it won't.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Okay.
Anything special you want to say for today?
No. What's beyond here?
What's
What's over
south
the horizon?
of Daytona? What's fun to do in Daytona if we decide to stay here for a day or two? The Daytona 500's coming up this week. I know
We could go like sightsee at the track.
I think the tours are $5 or something like that.
I didn't mean sightsee that way. I meant like see the sights.
Oh, yeah, because the tailgaters are already there. If you've not been to a NASCAR race, just don't buy a ticket. Just go people watch.
Right.
Pay for parking.
You get better view on the TV anyways.
Pay for parking. Go what? I remember, I mean, we've been to Bristol.
It's your turn.
We've been to Charlotte. We've been to Atlanta. Looking out the front window of my RV in Atlanta at 7:30 in the morning, and there's a guy leaned over his Ford Pinto with one hand holding a Bud Light and the other just vomiting on the ground.
Gross.
And he stood up and he wiped his face and he took a
a
drink
swig.
of his
Gotta
Bud
wash
Light.
the mouth out and wash the
And-
mouth out.
Then they just started again.
God.
His buddy came out of the tent holding a Busch Light.
He was a rowdy fan.
He's a rowdy fan. So go people watch there. What else is there to do in Daytona? What's south? We heard from John, the cool dude Steer, who's in Vero Beach, and we have gotten confirmation from John Steer that the mooring balls raft up there. We heard that from Stephanie and David, and a couple of our other friends were like, no, there's no way. Yes, way. Dude. So what that means is you might have one boat in the middle on a permanent anchor on a floating buoy. They tie off other boats on either side.
Which you do when you're friends and you go out to party.
But if they're complete strangers...
There are some people I would not want to be tied up next to.
Right.
Like, a lot.
Most people. There's not a lot of privacy. And if someone's toilet were to overflow and just spray all over the side of your boat...
Yuck. I didn't think about that.
I mean, this could go bad in so many ways.
Gross. Okay, maybe there are some people I wouldn't mind being tied up next to.
Do like a poop transplant?
Yeah, because we're going to be higher than them.
Oh, we are. We do have a lot more windage. I want to be in the middle.
Gross. All right, anyway.
Shout out to Kim. We're going to try to meet up with her in the Bahamas. I'm not sure if she's
Maybe.
watching. Steven, you're in. You're in England, and be back next
You
weekend.
can tell I live with a boat full of boys.
David, the previous boat owner, I'm giving him a ride out in our dinghy to the boat the other day at the mooring ball in St. Augustine. He's like, wow, nice set on the back of your boat there. I said, yeah, Tracy put those on there.
Oh,
Should we give him the clue on what that is?
You can go show them.
I will put a picture right up here.
You can just carry the video camera around here.
Okay, let me do that.
Please don't drop your phone overboard.
I'm not going to drop my phone overboard.
Right. Famous last words.
Famous
right,
last
guys?
words. So, sun is coming out. The wind's dying down. I'm going to hold on to my phone directly. The sewage treatment plant is right there. There's a kid's baseball park right over there for youth sports. They were playing well into the evening last night. Going down the sugar scoop. Hopefully you can see it down there. Let me go down a little further. Got to go under the dinghy. Hope you guys saw that. If I'll go review the video, if not, I'll put a picture in the that little asterisk thing I made. Oh, wow. It's turning out to be a beautiful afternoon. We'll take it. We'll take it. Is that queued up on you?
Yeah.
The most important thing.
I look like a raccoon.
We're going to finish a game of Mancala. What do you guys play on your boat? Our boating friends. What do you guys play?
Cards don't really work in a gale.
No, we play Yahtzee sometimes though.
Yeah, we do play Yahtzee. I suck at that too.
And then there's a game where you roll 10 dice.
Tenzie, I'm good at that one.
Tenzies, she is good at that one.
I got two-handed coordination going, so it's all that grooming,
Maybe.
probably. So I can pick up what I need to keep with my left and keep rolling with my right. Well, yeah.
Well, that's enough for today. I will, if I haven't posted the video with the storm the other day and resetting the anchor and talking about that, I'll post that and I'll put the little screenshot that shows 77.8 knots on there. And if I'm wrong about that, somebody please correct me, but that was insane.
Well, I don't know where else that would have come from.
It wouldn't, yeah. And the equipment has to be on for it to record it.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, we certainly haven't seen that anywhere else. So unless that's a factory setting, like a factory default, a wind tunnel test.
Till next time, clean up after yourselves, spay and neuter your pets, tell your friends and family you love them.
And don't kick your wife's butt too many times in Moncala or she won't play with you anymore.
Especially on Super Bowl Sunday, the anniversary of
Yeah, that.
that.
Okay.
Bye.